Hi, this is Nancy Vandell, chairperson of the NCAC Bylaws Subcommittee, coming to you at 9 o'clock on June 6th. Call the meeting to order. Um, so uh, the agenda is going to be really, really short today. Welcoming Susan coming back and sitting at LAX. But we do have some minutes to approve, and for three different sets if you've had a chance to read them. Hopefully 418 and 52. You have the May 30th. I sent out late, probably around, what was it, 6 last night, 5 last night, I can't remember. But really, Mark had let me know he wasn't going to be here, but to convey his appreciation to the team. And then I'm just not planning a report either, because it's really kind of all around the meeting recap and next steps and that kind of thing that's later on the agenda. So does anyone have anything else that they would like to make sure we talk about besides the special meeting recap, going through the official TPR and amended bylaws, and next steps on what to do about those, and then a brief planning for the June 14th membership meeting, and action items, and talk about the calendar, like the June 20th meeting. Okay, hearing none, we will proceed. So thank you, Wyatt and Tom, for help. I think we had a great meeting. Please speak up if you would like to, but no amendments. I was a little nervous. We did barely get quorum, and I'll say my husband, who detests meetings, was nice enough to actually attend, as did Ann Sipe. So, which we appreciate. And we got
I was on my cell phone as we were walking around, and I was muted. I just stayed on
oh,
so that we had a quorum if necessary to have that
that
on.
was very nice of you.
Yeah, I knew it was a close call.
Right. So no amendments, no comments. Really, I think Tom Prohodich was the only one who had something at the beginning, wondering about whether having so few people, even though there was quorum, was going to be adequate. And Michael, thank you uh, for agreeing with what I had said. I didn't even realize you were still on the call. But anyway, we assured him that quorum is quorum, and so
Yep, that's
while we
right.
would all like to have more people, we had sufficient people. So, and that we were taking this as a positive, that people trusted what we were doing. So we basically went through the presentation of the bylaws amendments. No comments really one way or another, except a couple of people liking the VP changes, additions to the VP job. And that motion passed with unanimously. And then we went through the presentation. Thank you, Tom, for handling all that. And again, went through pretty efficiently, I think. And I think it seemed like the pace seemed okay to people. I don't know if, what did you guys think, who were Wyatt and Tom, about the pace?
Yeah, I thought
Mm,
the pacing was good, Nancy.
Yeah, we got through it in a little less, about an hour of actually looking at the document. So that's about as quick as you can do.
I think so. Yeah. So and people had the full thing in their pocket if they wanted to look at the whole thing. I think people did actually, some of the people who were there did actually look at it ahead of time. Um, so anyway, again, motion passed unanimously on that, and basically then it was adjourned with. I think Sarah Absher was attending, keeping her screen off. She and I had talked the day before, and she told me it was okay to. She responded by phone when I sent her an email with the packet and the motions, to see if it was okay to put in that, on behalf of the bylaws subcommittee and with the approval of Tillamook County. I had said in the email we could say with the after the subsequent approval of Tillamook County, or something to that effect. And she just called. She said, "Nope, go ahead and use with the approval of Tillamook County. That's fine." So would have been nice to have that as a recorded email back, but I think we're good. And then at the end, she did put in the comment that the chat, thanks to the committee. So I think we're good there. So under next steps, so I have updated the document a couple of times. Put in Tom's wife Anne had some minor changes. Please convey my thanks to Anne. I may have her email. I'll have to send her something directly too. But anyway, for doing a
Well,
an
her
edited
email's
job.
really tough. It's like mine, except instead of saying a Tom, it's an Ann.
Okay, I
with-
might be able to
Ann with
figure
an
that
E.
one out. Okay,
Well,
thank
just a
you.
thought.
Thank you. I will do that. Anyway, that was helpful. And then otherwise, I just had one minor edit that we had done in the presentation to just switch the position of in policy 1 of just to have the numbering correct. Other than that, just changing it to being approved. And then I don't know why I got back into the bylaws, but I did, and I noticed that I could have sworn I had changed the formatting, like Tom had suggested, to have paragraphing separated correctly, but evidently I had not. So that's an R1 up there that's in the packet now. Otherwise, it's exactly the same as it was that we presented. So plus changing it to official, approved document in the footers and the title. So does anyone have any comments on either of those documents? Because if you don't, if we get this correct, then after this meeting, I wanted to go in and actually make an official copy, drop the R1, and have Gary actually put it on our website as the official document, and then have another packet going up to the county as an official approved one from the membership with the updated documents for Sarah to take to the attorney, or just hopefully get back to us with an okay, and that would come with a cover letter from Mark again. But I think those were the only two things that we need to do on that. So
Yep.
any other edits on it?
Nope.
None.
Okay. And Susan, you've been traveling. I don't know if you're
No, I've had a chance to look at them, and I apologize for all the background changes. I'm in a jetway right now, just waiting to step on the plane. So I'm going to stay out here as long as I can, but I read all the minutes.
okay. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot the minutes. Sure, I said that. So do you have any edits to the minutes? We're being very casual today.
Nope.
Okay. Susan, you're muted. Do you have any edits to the minutes?
None.
Okay, great. And all 3 sets?
Yeah, I read all of
Yep.
them.
Okay. How about everybody else on the minutes? Does anyone need to see them? I can put them up on the screen.
Nope. I read them.
Okay. Any corrections? Okay. So Michael sent me the minutes from the May 16th meeting yesterday. I didn't get them till late last night, so we'll just defer the 5/16 minutes to the next meeting. It'll give us something to do on June 20th. But anyway, so hearing no objections, the minutes to April 18th, May 2nd, and May 30th meetings are approved as presented. Thank you, Susan, for reminding me of that. So under the special meeting recap with the PPNR and the bylaws, it sounds like if there's no objection, we'll approve those to be sent forward with official copies.
Yep. No objection.
Okay. Okay, well, and then for the June 14th membership meeting, I hear from Mark that all of us have reapplied. So I'm thrilled to have that everybody reapplied. Thank you. So at some point, I'm assuming that they will put out something with our little blurbs that we put in for the June 14th meeting. Otherwise, I have not yet heard if we have a candidate. The person that I've been talking to hasn't reported back, so I'm going to try her again. But if anyone has any knowledge of someone who would love to do secretary, I think I'd be happy to help, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who'd be happy to help. that
I'd be happy
position.
not to be the secretary.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tom. I'll help in any way, but I'm not going to be the secretary. Okay, so other than that, I'm not sure. I don't think we have any special programs planned for the June 14th meeting. It may end up being pretty quick also. And so the moving on to the last item, the June 20th meeting, we kind of, the three of us last time decided to go ahead and have it. I think it can be really, really short, but I feel uncomfortable planning the summer until we're elected. Not that we're going to have any issues, but
Yeah.
we had already talked about taking the summer off, and if we could have maybe just a 5 or 10 minute meeting to adopt the last 2 sets of minutes, because we'll have Michael's minutes from May 16th and then Michael's minutes from today. Hopefully it won't take you very long, Michael. To pass and then plan on any action items over the summer in our calendar for next year. So does that sound okay if we just have a short meeting on the 20th?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, and so on that, think about whether we should change our dates and times for next year. I know, Michael, Friday mornings has been an issue for you from
Only
time to time.
only once a month.
Yeah, it seems to hit a lot though. I
Yeah,
know.
well, because they're on Fridays and we often meet on Fridays.
Right. So think about whether we should move to a different morning. I know there are different conflicts, so we'll just plan to talk about that
Okay.
on June 20th when we're officially elected. So I think that's all I have, other than just, it's been an incredible year, and I know we still have another meeting, but it's just every time we're in a meeting, with the membership, with for a feedback session or for like the May 31st meeting, it's just so much fun to present with you guys. Everybody adds something to the discussion, and it's just been such a great team. Just appreciate everything that you guys have brought to the table. Each person has their own expertise, and everybody gets their jobs done. And it's just been such a pleasure. So I
I try to
say that.
imagine what the organization is going to be like after we finish our tasks, and after community development, they finish theirs.
Mhm.
What's the critical focus then after that? And I keep coming back to that thing we talked about last time of presenting extracurricular activities that bring the community together for lectures or whatever. And that to me looms more and more important, for at least for which reason, to bring people together and to think about ourselves as a community, and how do we develop that community. Susan,
I agree.
yeah, Susan and I talked about that a little bit a couple of weeks ago, and I think that's really where we're going to go.
I think so. I think having the monitoring task force that is chaired by the vice president, by vice chairperson, and having things from that at the very least be part of programs that we're doing at the membership meetings will draw people in, along with other speakers that could come in. But I think having someone actually designated to do programs is going to be really, really helpful, combined with the outreach task force that Susan's doing on getting more people engaged and knowing about the organization. I think those are going to be two really key things after, our efforts this year. We'll have continuing things. I have an action item list for us for next year, but it's not very long, and I think we're going to have a much easier time of it next year. But in terms of and the community plan, when it gets done, I agree with you, Michael. It's going to be hopefully a time when we can actually have some really relevant work that draws people in.
Yeah,
Not
do
talking
some fun.
about bylaws all the time. Yeah.
That fun is the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
We could
That's
have
the
fun
one.
meetings.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fun meeting. By the way, Tom, I like your haircut. Looks good.
Yeah.
I just got one too.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a
my
big change for you,
bar-
Michael.
Yeah, my barber tells me I won the hair lottery.
Well, you're lucky to
Well,
still have it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all the same color. So hey, actually,
Okay,
it's not
well-
any color at all. Anyway,
so
it's
does
not
anyone
color.
have anything else that they'd like to talk about today, or shall we adjourn?
Wow, 15-minute meeting. Whew.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
can run an efficient meeting, sort of.
Exactly.
Although
I'll
we're
make
getting
my
out of
flight. I'm in that jetway. They're
Well, you
loading
have-
the bags behind me.
you have safe travels home.
Thank you. I'm going to sign off before I
Okay.
don't get on.
All right. Thank you for
It's
joining
closing
us.
the plane door. Okay, see you.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, meeting adjourned at 9:16
Wow.
a.m.
Yeah.
And we'll see you for hopefully about this length of a meeting on June 20th, and
Okay.
then plan to wrap up for the summer.
Stop recording.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.